There is someone out there right now who cannot sleep at night because your face haunts every quiet moment they have left. Before we begin this reading, I need you to understand something crucial. Only take what resonates with you. Not every word will be meant for your situation. Not every detail will match your story. But the energy never lies. If something strikes your heart, if something makes your breath catch in your throat, that is your confirmation. That is spirit speaking directly to you. Now, let me tell you what I am seeing in the cards today. And I have to be honest with you. This reading shook me to my core because the regret here, the absolute devastating regret that is coming through, is unlike anything I have felt in a very long time. Someone is completely broken. Someone threw away real love, authentic love, the kind of love most people search their entire lives for and never find. And now they are drowning in the consequences of that choice. They walked away from you, they betrayed you, they chose illusions over substance, they chose their ego over your heart. And now karma has come full circle, and they are experiencing every single ounce of pain they once caused you. The three cards I pulled are telling me a story of such profound remorse that I actually had to pause before I started recording this because the emotional weight of what this person is carrying is almost unbearable. These are not just cards on a table. This is someone's soul crying out through the universe, desperately hoping that somehow, some way, you might feel their agony, their shame, their absolute devastation at what they have lost. Let me share these three cards with you, and then we will dive deeper into what Spirit is revealing about this person's journey, from arrogance to absolute ruin, from betrayal to being betrayed, from walking away to being completely abandoned themselves. The first card, and this one came out reversed, is the Lovers. The second card, and I actually gasped when I saw this, is the Ten of Swords. And the third card, sitting in the outcome position with such finality, it gave me chills, is the Four of Cups. Now let me tell you what these cards are screaming at me about this person's current state and why they are absolutely devastated by losing you. The Lover's reverse is showing me that this person completely destroyed something sacred. When I look at this card in this position, I am not just seeing a breakup or a separation. I am seeing someone who had genuine divine partnership energy with you, someone who had the real thing, the kind of connection that poets write about and artists try to capture but can never fully express, and they absolutely desecrated it. They took something pure and they contaminated it with lies, with outside interference, with temptation that meant nothing. This person did not just leave you, they betrayed you in ways that cut so deep that even now, even after all this time, the wound they created in your life left a scar. But here is what the Lover's reverse is really telling me. This person is now living with the full awareness of what they destroyed. They are not in denial anymore. They are not making excuses anymore. They are not blaming you or circumstances or timing. They know with absolutely crushing clarity that they had heaven in their hands and they threw it into hell. I am seeing that this person was manipulated. I am seeing third-party energy all over this situation. Whether it was another person whispering in their ear, whether it was someone they cheated with, whether it was friends or family who poisoned their mind against you, or whether it was their own ego acting as that third-party voice, there was something or someone that came between you two, and this person listened to it. They chose to listen to it. They chose to listen to it. They chose temptation. They chose validation from sources that meant absolutely nothing. They chose their pride. They chose what looked exciting or new or easier. And in doing so, they walked away from the one person who actually loved them for who they truly were, not for what they could provide, not for how they made them look, not for what they represented, but for their actual soul. And now they see it. Now they understand what they had with you compared to everything else they have experienced since. And the comparison is so devastating that it has broken them completely. The Ten of Swords is the card of absolute betrayal, of being backstabbed, of hitting rock bottom so hard that you do not think you can ever get back up again. This is the card of complete defeat. And what is coming through so strongly is that this person is now experiencing the exact same energy they put you through. Karma has delivered them the same betrayal, the same abandonment, the same crushing pain that they once inflicted on you without a second thought. When they left you, when they betrayed you, they probably did not even fully register your pain. They were too caught up in whatever illusion they were chasing. They were too intoxicated by their own ego, their own desires, their own selfish pursuits. But the universe has a way of teaching lessons, and this person has now been placed in the exact position you were in when they destroyed you. Someone has done to them what they did to you. Someone has betrayed them. Someone has abandoned them. Someone has shown them that they were never really valued, never really cherished, never really seen as anything more than a temporary placeholder or a source of convenience. I am hearing very clearly that this person gave their energy, their time, their hope to people and situations that were never meant for them. And every single one of those things has fallen apart. The person they thought was better than you. If there was someone specific, has shown their true colors. The life they thought would be so much more fulfilling without you has turned into a nightmare of loneliness and regret. The freedom they thought they wanted has become a prison of isolation. Everything they chased has turned to dust in their hands, and they're left holding nothing but the memory of what they lost when they lost you. The Ten of Swords is telling me this person feels like their life is over, not in a dramatic, temporary way, in a genuine, deep, existential way. They feel like they have been defeated by their own choices. They feel like every sword in their back is a consequence they brought upon themselves. They are not playing victim. They know they are the villain in your story. They know they are the one who caused destruction. And that knowledge, combined with the pain they are now experiencing themselves, has left them completely shattered. What breaks my heart as I look at these cards is that this person is experiencing a level of remorse that most people never reach. Most people who betray and abandon someone will justify it forever. They will rewrite history. They will convince themselves it was meant to be, but not this person. This person has been brought to their knees by the full weight of what they did to you. They replay moments in their mind. They remember the look in your eyes when they hurt you. They remember the love you gave them that they treated like it was worthless. They remember every lie, every moment of deception, every choice they made that prioritized their selfish desires over your heart. And it is eating them alive. The guilt is consuming them. The regret is suffocating them. They cannot escape it because everywhere they turn, they see evidence of what they destroyed. They see couples who have what you two could have had. They hear songs that remind them of you. They smell scents that take them back to moments when you were together. They dream about you and wake up in tears because reality crashes back in and reminds them that they ruined everything. And here is something that is coming through very strongly. This person does not believe they deserve your forgiveness. They are not coming to you with arrogance or entitlement. The Four of Cups in the outcome position is showing me someone who is so emotionally withdrawn, so defeated, so convinced that they have lost you forever, that they have almost given up on life itself. The Four of Cups is the card of apathy, of emotional numbness, of someone who is being offered cups, being offered opportunities, being offered potential paths forward, but they cannot bring themselves to care about any of it because none of it is you. This person is not out there thriving. They are not out there moving on and finding happiness elsewhere. They are stuck. They are frozen in their regret. They are locked in a state of emotional paralysis because without you, nothing else feels like it matters. I need you to understand something very important here. This is not a reading about reconciliation. Spirit is not showing me that this person is going to come back into your life and everything is going to be fixed. That is not the message. The message is about the devastating consequences of betrayal, about the karmic weight of abandoning real love, about what happens to someone when they finally wake up and realize what they have lost, but it is too late to get it back. This person sees you as their true love, not in a romanticized surface level way, in a soul deep, life altering way. They see you as the one who got away. They see you as the one who truly saw them, who truly accepted them, who truly loved them without condition or ulterior motive. And they know with absolute certainty that they will never find that again. They know you were once in a lifetime. They know what you offered them was rare and precious and irreplaceable, and they threw it away like it was garbage. The regret this person carries is not the kind that fades with time. It is the kind that becomes a permanent part of who they are. They will carry this for the rest of their life. Every relationship they try to build will be haunted by your memory. Every person they meet will be compared to you and will fall short. Every moment of happiness they might experience will be tainted by the knowledge of what they could have had with you if they had not destroyed it. This is their karma. This is their lesson. This is the price they are paying for choosing ego over love, for choosing temptation over loyalty, for choosing illusion over reality. And the worst part, the part that is truly breaking them, is that they cannot undo it. They cannot go back. They cannot erase what they did. They cannot take back the pain they caused you. They are living with the permanent consequences of their choices, and those consequences are unbearable. What I am picking up very strongly is that this person would give anything, absolutely anything, for even the smallest sign of forgiveness from you. Not reconciliation, not getting back together, not resuming the relationship, just forgiveness. Just some indication that you do not hate them, that you do not wish them eternal suffering, that somewhere in your heart there might be a tiny space where you remember the good moments too, and do not completely despise them for what they became. That is all they are hoping for. That is the only thing that could bring them any sense of peace, because right now they are living in a hell of their own creation. They are tormented by guilt. They are haunted by regret. They are drowning in loneliness. And the only thing that could give their life any meaning at this point would be knowing that you have found it in your heart to forgive them, even if you never want to see them or speak to them again. This person is not delusional. They are not sitting around thinking you are going to come running back to them. They are not expecting you to forget what they did or to give them another chance. They know they do not deserve that. They know they burned that bridge so thoroughly that there is nothing left but ashes. But they desperately, desperately want you to know how sorry they are. They want you to know that they understand now. They want you to know that they see the magnitude of what they destroyed. They want you to know that every bit of pain they are experiencing now is nothing compared to the pain they caused you. And they accept that. They accept that this is their karma. They accept that this is justice. But they also want you to know that if they could go back, if they could undo their choices, if they could have just one chance to choose differently, they would choose you 1,000 times over. The emotional devastation I am feeling from these cards is overwhelming. This is someone who is truly, genuinely broken. This is not manipulation. This is not a game. This is not them trying to worm their way back into your life so they can hurt you again. This is someone who has been completely humbled by life, who has been brought to their knees by karma, who has experienced firsthand what it feels like to be betrayed and abandoned by people they thought cared about them, and who now understands with horrifying clarity exactly what they put you through. They are living with that knowledge every single day. They wake up with it. They go to sleep with it. It follows them everywhere, and it is crushing them. I am also picking up that this person feels like their life is essentially over, not in the sense that they are in physical danger, but in the sense that they have lost all hope for genuine happiness. They do not see a future that holds joy or love or fulfillment. They see a future of going through the motions, of existing but not really living, of being surrounded by people and situations that mean nothing to them because none of it is what they really want. What they really want is you. What they really want is the love they destroyed. What they really want is a time machine so they can go back and make different choices. But they know that is impossible. They know they have to live with what they have done, and that reality is so painful that they can barely function. There is a very specific energy coming through here about manipulation and ego that I need to address. This person was not just careless with your love, they were actively manipulated by their own ego and possibly by external forces that did not have their best interests at heart. I am seeing someone who got caught up in a fantasy, someone who believed they could do better than you, someone who believed the grass was greener somewhere else, someone who believed they deserved more or different or something that looked more impressive to the outside world. And they were wrong. So catastrophically wrong. Everything they chased was empty. Every person who seemed more attractive or exciting or interesting turned out to be shallow and self-serving. Every opportunity that seemed better than what they had with you turned out to be a dead end. And now they are left with nothing. The manipulation piece is really strong here. Whether this was another romantic interest who played games with them, whether this was friends who encouraged them to walk away from you because they were jealous or toxic, whether this was family members who never approved of you and convinced them to leave, or whether it was just their own inner demons and insecurities convincing them that they were not worthy of real love. So they sabotaged it. There was definitely manipulation at play. And this person fell for it. They let themselves be led astray. They let themselves believe lies. They let themselves prioritize all the wrong things. And now they see how badly they were manipulated, how completely they were deceived, and it adds another layer of pain because they realize they were not just the villain in your story, but also a victim in their own story. They were used, they were played, they were discarded by the very people and situations they chose over you. And that poetic justice is not lost on them. What Spirit wants you to know is that this person's suffering is real, but it is also not your responsibility. You do not owe them forgiveness. You do not owe them closure. You do not owe them any part of your energy or your heart. If you choose to forgive them for your own peace, that is beautiful and powerful and a testament to your character. But if you choose to never forgive them, to never think about them again, to simply move forward with your life without giving them a second thought, that is equally valid and equally powerful. This reading is not meant to make you feel sorry for them or to convince you to reach out to them. This reading is meant to show you the truth of what happened energetically and karmically. This person hurt you deeply. The universe made sure they experienced that same hurt. That is how karma works. That is how balance is restored. They see you as their last hope, but not in the sense that they think you are going to save them or rescue them or take them back. They see you as their last hope for meaning in their life. They see your potential forgiveness as the only thing that could give them any sense of redemption, any sense that they are not completely irredeemable, any sense that their life had at least one good chapter. Even if they destroyed it, they know they cannot have you back. They know that ship has sailed. They know you have likely moved on, or at least you are in the process of healing, and they are not part of your future. But they hold on to this small, desperate hope that maybe one day you will think about them and not feel pure hatred, that maybe one day you will remember the good times alongside the bad, that maybe one day you will understand that they were broken and lost and they made terrible choices, but they did love you in their own damaged way. The loneliness this person is experiencing is profound. And I am seeing someone who is surrounded by people but feels completely alone. Someone who goes to social gatherings but feels like they are watching life happen behind glass. Someone who tries to connect with others but cannot because they are so consumed by what they lost. They are emotionally unavailable to anyone new because they are still completely attached to you. They are stuck in the past, replaying everything, torturing themselves with what ifs and if onlys. They cannot move forward. They cannot heal. They cannot let go. Not because they are obsessed in a toxic way, but because the regret is so heavy that it has anchored them to that moment when they made the worst decision of their life. So where does this leave you? What are you supposed to do with this information? First and foremost, remember what I said at the beginning. Only take what resonates. If this does not match your situation, If this does not feel like the person who hurt you, then release it and move on. But if this struck a chord, if you felt the truth of these words in your body, then I want you to understand that this reading is confirmation that karma is real, that the universe sees everything, that people who hurt others eventually face the consequences of their actions. This person is living proof of that. They betrayed you and now they have been betrayed. They abandoned you and now they have been abandoned. They broke your heart and now their heart is shattered beyond repair. You do not need to do anything with that information. You do not need to reach out. You do not need to forgive. You do not need to even acknowledge their existence. This is simply the truth of what is happening energetically. And sometimes knowing the truth is enough. If there is any part of you that has been carrying guilt, wondering if you did something wrong, wondering if you could have saved the relationship, wondering if you were not enough, I need you to release that right now. You were enough. You were more than enough. This person knows that now. The problem was never you. The problem was their inability to recognize your value when they had it. The problem was their brokenness, their ego, their susceptibility to manipulation, their poor choices. You loved them genuinely. You gave them something real, and they were not mature enough or healed enough or wise enough to treasure it. That is on them. That is their burden to carry, and carry it they will for the rest of their life. This reading is also a reminder that sometimes the best revenge is simply living well. You moving forward, you healing, you finding happiness without them, you building a beautiful life that does not include them. That is the ultimate proof that they lost something irreplaceable. They will watch you from afar, whether through social media or through mutual connections or just through the energetic connection that still exists between you, and they will see you thriving without them, and it will confirm everything they already know. That they made the biggest mistake of their life, that you were the one, that they will never find what they had with you anywhere else. You do not have to say a word. You do not have to confront them. You do not have to prove anything. Your happiness, your peace, your growth, that says everything. And if you are someone who believes in forgiveness as a spiritual practice, if you feel called to release them energetically so you can fully move forward, then do that for yourself, not for them. Forgive them in your heart. Send them love and light from a distance. Wish them healing even though they hurt you, and then close that chapter completely. Forgiveness does not mean allowing them back into your life. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what they did. Forgiveness simply means releasing the energetic cord that keeps you tied to the pain they caused. It means choosing your own peace over holding on to resentment. It means acknowledging that hurt people hurt people. And this person was clearly very hurt and very lost. And they projected that onto you, and now they are facing the consequences. The cards are very clear. This person is broken. This person is drowning in regret. This person sees you as the love they lost and will never find again. This person desperately wants your forgiveness, even though they know they do not deserve it. This person is experiencing the exact karma they created when they betrayed and abandoned you. And this person's suffering, while real, is not your burden to carry. You are free. You are released. You are moving forward. And they are stuck in the hell of their own making, forever haunted by the memory of what they destroyed when they destroyed you. That is their journey now. Your journey is about healing, about rediscovering yourself, about opening your heart to people and experiences that actually deserve you. Remember that you are loved, you are valued, you are worthy of everything beautiful this universe has to offer. And the right people will see that and cherish it and never take it for granted. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today, and I am sending you so much love and light on your journey forward.